Yeah, top of it, top of it. Check this out. You know what I'm talking about? Kevin had a show last night asking, do how about you men control women? And he really gave some anecdotal evidence to really support his point. But we gonna say it like this. What did he say?
Because I feel like I deserve anything I get, I deserve the best. You're a truck goddamn driver. It used to be a time where truck drivers were considered to be salt of the earth, common sense people. But now we got truck driving women thinking they're queens and bosses.
See, so anyway, now we gonna start it like this. We gonna start with that statement like that. Queens and bosses. Well, if you own your own truck, you're a boss. So anyway, um, let's start with this. He said, and also he said, why can't he be right and backed by facts, figures, data, statistics, and observable instances. Well, we finna break it on down, and why he's still on the BS, the bullshit. First and foremost, um, well, let's start with this. Hold on. Let me make. Well, let's get in. I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna play a little excerpt from his show, and we're gonna expound on it. And I gotta get to the money.
I didn't say I want roles. I want this, I want that. And men are starting to say, if I can't have what I want, I'll have nothing. Men will at least.
Well, Kevin, we're gonna say it like this. You have just answered your own question about the dating dilemma in the United States with the modern woman and the modern man. You just said it. Women are saying, if I can't have what I want, I'd rather go home. Men are saying, well, if I can have what I want, I take my ball and leave. And so what you have is two individual sets of people deciding to take their ball and leave, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But the problem is, or the situation is, your anecdotal evidence, because there's no way that you can speak for millions of people. You don't even have millions of people. You don't even have 5 million subscribers. So, with the average nightly observation of around 20,000 people across the world, and there's 7 billion people on the planet, well, the fact that every 20 people from each continent, let's say there's 100 people from each continent, let's say there's 1,000 people from each continent, who listen to your show and call, and 1,000 women from each continent um, is saying that they want this particular type of guy. Well, the problem is, well, it's not a problem, but the situation is they are dug in on what they want. And they're saying, hey, if I can't get what I want, why bother? I'm taking my ball and leaving. But is that a problem? You just said it. You said it in the what's name in your live show. Men are so taking a ball and going home and suffering from loneliness. They're suffering from loneliness. That's why they call you. That's why these women call you, because they're suffering from loneliness. And so instead of sitting back thinking, why am I alone and lonely, and you and calling the man who don't have any answers for you, why don't you do something to cure that as a man? Why don't you do that to cure that as a woman? Because the fact of the matter is, I've said it once, I've said it 100 million times. You know what I mean? Economy dictates relationships. The United States has the worst marital divorce rate in the world. And African Americans have the worst marital to divorce rate. The worst. So, and the reason for that, in my opinion, is that you have other cultures who have other regions around the world whose culture has been set by the men, whose tone has been set by the men, whose tone is enforced by the women but set by the men. No, it's carried out by the women but set by the men. In the United States, we have a freedom of choice. You got the freedom to choose whoever you want to be with. You have the freedom to choose to be broke. You got the freedom to choose to be rich. You got the freedom to choose to be sick. You got the freedom to choose to be well. Or, health is a bad example, but you got the right to refuse care. You have the right to tell a doctor, somebody tell a doctor to cut off the life support. So he said, well, why can't I be right? If you're right, I'll say, you know what? Now, those facts, figures, and data is correct. But it's not. You always say the guy that you know. You don't know. It's 44 African Americans in the United States. 44 million. Let's say 22 million of those are women. Let's not say 24 million of those are women. 20 million African Americans. 20 million African American men. Only 22,000 people or 300,000 watch a video. 400,000 watch a video. Let's say 1 million people. And all in your demographics in the United States. There's still only 5% of people. 5% of individuals do not. 5% of anything does not speak for the whole. So with that being said, he said it. He just said the problem. Men and women want what they want. And so since they want what they want, and just like anything that you want, there's things that come along with that. That's why I suggest individuals do cost benefit analysis. Benefit minus cost equals value. And so once you do cost benefit analysis on your actions, then then you can probably make better decisions. Men want what they want. Women want what they want. If you're not what a woman wants, why are you complaining? If you're not what a woman wants and the woman's not what you want, why are you complaining? Why is that even complaining, period? I said once, I said again, a man go after what he want. He don't wait on choosing signals. He don't wait on nobody to say, hey man, don't start that business. You ain't ready yet. Don't quit the job to start the business. You ain't ready yet. Man, don't do that. Go-getters don't do that. So with that being said, he just answered this question. Answered his own question, which I can't believe he did, but he tried to mean that bad for women, but it really told on a lot of men. So, with that being said, modern women, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Because for sexual access to men, you still have that. A lot of these so-called high-earning men don't have sexual access to women. You can get sex for free. Or you will pay a man to have sex. Well, not pay a man. You can pay a man if you want to, but you don't have to pay a man to have sex with you. A man will pay you to have sex with you. The man, on the other hand, if he can't do it, if he can't get it free, he has to pay. So, with that breakdown and synopsis, I probably went all over the place, but you know what I mean. Who cares? Thanks for y'all time. Click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And thank y'all for y'all time. Talk to y'all later.